All right, so welcome everyone. I have a special guest today. It's Brahma, and he's here to tell us what he's going to be offering us at the Radiant Health Expo. So go ahead and Brahma, explain, or if there's anything else you want to explain about who you are, go right ahead.
Thank you, Nancy. And I just want you to know that myself and the other Ishayas coming to the Radiant Health Expo are excited. We loved it last time and we're looking forward to it again. We couldn't wait to sign up again. What we offer at our booth is simply information and our presence. And we love questions. And people will come up and ask us questions and we'll tell you who we are. Well, we're Ishaya monks, but not the monks you usually think of. No, we don't live in caves. In fact, some of us are married and have girlfriends, and we just live in the world 200%. 200% means 100% in the outside world and 100% in the inner world. What this teaching is called the Ishayas of the Bright Path Ascension. Ascension simply means rising above the limiting and false ideas of the mind. And it's a very simple technique. In fact, one of the primary focuses of this teaching is effortlessness and gentleness. The other thing is that we're not a religion because there's no belief system involved. And the other what I like about this is it's practical because we use it with our eyes open and closed. And what it does for the body and mind, not only does it help still the mind, but it releases, not just release, dissolves the stress we've accumulated our entire lives. Because every experience you've ever had is stored in the nervous system, a lot of it we don't want there anymore. So with these techniques, it naturally dissolves the stress in our bodies so we have clearer bodies as well as clearer minds. And what this teaching does then, because of that, because as adults, we're living on decisions we may have made as small children, we changes our relationship to how we perceive the world and how we behave in this world. And it's based on 4 emotional techniques: praise, gratitude, love, and compassion. Always upward spiraling techniques. Because unfortunately, a lot of the world is involved with downward spiraling emotions, which doesn't serve them or the world. And so this teaching offers something different. Yeah, and some of the differences are, to repeat, that we use it with our eyes open and closed. It clears the nervous system, gives you a clearer mind to make wiser decisions, and it just feels good. Let me give you a quick story. Before today, I've been doing this since 2001. I became an Ishaya monk in 2003. From 1968 to 2003, I was a classroom teacher. And I loved my job, loved teaching. I taught students from kindergarten to grade 12. I just loved it. However, once I learned this technique, it called me. Because I was experiencing this amazing joy and clarity, I quit my teaching job to do this full time. But there's another reason why I did this. For my first 50 years of my life, I would say, well, maybe the 48, 50 years, let's say that, because I'm in my late 60s now. I was depressed, suicidal, extremely low self-esteem, couldn't hang on to a relationship. I was married 4 times, and nothing seemed to work with me. I was in therapy for 10 years, which saved my life. I didn't commit suicide because the therapist helped me out of that one, but there was still a hole in me somewhere. Then someone offered me an introductory tape on a cassette back in 2001 about this teaching. I listened to it, and it was being offered. 5 days later, I took this course, and it's changed my life. Because it changed my life so much and how I see the world, I had to teach it to everybody. So I took a 6-month intensive training course in British Columbia to do this. And that's why I'm doing it now. And that's why I love this opportunity that Nancy's given us to share this with anybody who wants to hear it in Stratford.
I find that a lot of people don't even realize the stress and anxiety that they have can be changed. And monkey mind, people don't
Yes.
realize that all the thoughts that they are having is creating all kinds of things in their body. And then would you call what you teach mindfulness?
let's say, yes. Well, let's say we don't use that label because that's another organization. However, it's the same idea. And yes, you're absolutely right. In fact, the average Westerner, let's say Canadian now, thinks 100,000 thoughts per day, with 99.9% of them being downward spiraling thoughts like I'm not loved, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, or she isn't, or he isn't, or the world isn't.
Mhm.
All of that adds to the stress in the nervous system. And the medical community now, bless their hearts, is realizing and documenting that stress is the precursor for most disease.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. And
Mhm.
what any good meditation technique will do, besides bringing you back to yourself, your higher self, it heals the body efficiently because the body gets so much rest when you're meditating. 20 minutes of this particular technique or any good meditation technique gives you twice the rest as a deepest sleep at night. Imagine that. And we recommend you ascend 3 times a day for 20 minutes each time. Ooh, that's a lot of rest.
Everybody likes their sleep. Now, you're also one of the guest speakers in the lecture room as well. And
Yes.
so you'll be teaching the attendees of your lecture some of these techniques?
Well, not
A little
exactly.
bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Certainly, I will tell them more about what we're going on and answer the questions, but I will give them techniques that they can take home with them to practice. Two
Mhm.
of them. Both of them, well, one of them is about the mind specifically. The other one is about relationships, and they're both very effective. The actual techniques we can only teach one-to-one in a course.
Mhm.
Not one-to-one, I'm in a group session or one-to-one in a particular course with certain structure. But we give people a taste, so hopefully they want more.
Yeah, and they probably do know. I watched a documentary that's it was done for knowledge, I guess, of ascension. Am I correct? Like, I have the
Yes.
DVD here. Oh, it's
Yes.
going to show up backwards.
No, no, I didn't. It's great.
It's called The Mindful Choice,
Yes.
and it's amazing, and I loved it. The subtitle here says, "You have the power to change your world. All that's required is you to make a choice."
That's right.
I love that.
And that's so true. Thank you for watching that.
Mhm.
It's an amazing movie.
It is, and it's the people in it are totally changed by the
Yes.
techniques that you're going to be teaching. Like, do you have a workshop or like a class coming up soon?
Yes, we do. Well, we have one coming up in August, but
Mhm.
we're going to also schedule one following the fair. The Tell me again.
Expo.
The expo. Thank you.
Radiant Health Expo. Yes,
Radiant Health Expo.
that's a
Yes.
great idea because the people coming are going to be intrigued and definitely want to take it because
Yes.
everyone wants that peace and
Yes.
the get rid of the monkey mind and definitely the stress.
For sure. And we'll be bringing those DVDs with us too, if anyone wants to buy them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then I'll make sure to tell people to go get them because I just loved that movie. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Anyways, thank you very much. For those of you who are listening, make sure to come to the Radiant Health Expo September 23rd and stop by Brahma's table and get more information. And make sure to go to his lecture because you're going to learn all kinds of things and get more information. All right. Thank you. And
Oh, thank you so much, Nancy.
thank you.